Hi everyone and welcome to episode 4 of Emulator Messi Series 2, and I've now holidayed it another 2 years, so we are now 23 years old, getting to that stage when we should be in the first teams, playing regular football, playing regular international football, but we'll have to see who has managed to do that. Unfortunately, 4 players have now either retired or semi-retired. I can't click on them. They might come back, I'm not sure, but Comano, Minch, Bottledinho and Quadro Presumptui do not have teams, and I cannot click on them, so I'm assuming they've given up on their careers, which is a great shame to see them do that, especially as 3 of them actually had clubs at some point. Bottledinho never managed to find a club. So we'll just have a quick look at who's the highest value, who's got the biggest contract, etc. Mohamed Omar Kashuna is worth £25 million now, and then it's Indrid Barishi, also over £20 million. So that's interesting to see that 2 really high value players there. Contract wise, wage, Mike Joshua has 55k a week. He's now at Arsenal, so I'll be pleased with that. So interesting to see some high wages now for these players, which is really good to see. So last season, appearances wise, Mr. FM Guru, Mr. Donnelly, got the most appearances, and goals wise it was only 11 goals, the highest this season, Indrit Barisha, but perhaps the previous season someone may have scored quite a few goals. We'll have to wait and see. And average rating wise, it was Hadrian Pranjato with 7.79 average rating, very impressive. We'll quickly look at international statistics. Hadrian Pranjato has the most caps, 69 for Indonesia, and Mohamed Omar Kashuna has 59 for Palestine. 50 caps for Kaisia Kia with Australia, so that's pretty good for a 23-year-old. Goals wise, worked the space as 34 goals in 40 games for India, which is what he was doing in the last series, so it's good to see him continuing that impressive international form. Here we have the youth caps. Curtis Thorpe ended up with 38 under 21 caps and 2 goals, and I ended up with 36 caps and 18 goals. That's a very impressive record. Anyway, back to the players in detail. We'll go from goalkeeper to strikers as usual. Evan Stevens is now at Southampton and has 1 cap for England, so he really has improved. He was only bought for under £1 million, so I'm guessing his contract was running low. Played 10 games this season for Southampton. Only conceded 11 goals, which isn't too bad. So let's see where they finished. We'll just look at the Premiership, see what's happened. Chelsea have won it 4 seasons in a row now. Relegated was Wigan, Reading and Cardiff. Man United second. Arsenal, Tottenham, Bournemouth in the Premiership. Just have a quick look at the Championship as well. Villa, Ipswich and Bristol City going up. Birmingham and West Ham just missing out. Relegated Burnley, Millwall and Huddersfield. Anyway, so that's what's happened in the top 2 divisions of England. Now we go over to Josh Eagle, our South African defender, who currently has no team, which is a bit worrying after leaving Al Ilatid. So he needs to find a team soon. He's had a couple of decent seasons though with them, and has now earned 23 caps for South Africa. He's a free agent but not wanted by anyone at the moment. Here's our Australian defender who has 1 goal and 50 caps for Australia and is at Roma now after moving for £14 million from Feyenoord, and has had 2 good seasons, a very good season this season, 7.92 average rating, helping Roma finish second just behind Juventus. Napoli won it the previous season. Here we have Boyd Driessen, our Dutch defender who has 3 caps for Holland now and is at Man United, moving for £19.75 million from Chelsea in the end after going out on loan to quite a few teams, including Ajax last season. Played 18 games for Man United this season. Not a very good average rating, but he has broken into the Dutch team. We'll have a quick look to see who won the Euros actually. Euro 2018. Is that right? No, the World Cup 2018 actually. We've got to that stage already. We have to have a look at the European Championships as well. But we'll have a quick look at the World Cup. The holders are Argentina. So we'll just go back in time. They beat Germany 1-0 in the final. England lost the third place playoff against France. Oh, we've gone back to 2018, sorry. I'm getting confused. That was the previous final. Spain won the third place playoff against France. Semi-finals. Going back to quarters. England lost against Germany on penalties. Predictable. And have a quick look at all the groups. And you can have a quick gander if you wish. Past two winners of the Euro Championships, Switzerland and Spain. Switzerland won it last season. Obviously Spain won it in 2012. But wow, that's really, really impressive. They beat Wales. Wales? Sorry, Welsh people out there, but that's crazy. Wales got to the final of Euro 2016. That's fabulous. Beaten 3-0 in the final. See how good Gareth Bale is now. Absolute beast. Sorry, we're going off topic here, but I guess it's quite interesting to see how certain players have done on the game. But wow, Wales getting to the final of Euro 2016. What else happened? I keep clicking on the wrong thing. Semi-final. Wales beat Romania. Switzerland beat Spain. Wales beat Croatia in the quarters. England nowhere to be seen. Ireland got to the quarters. Second round. England still nowhere to be seen. Did they even qualify? Greece. Let's go down. England finished bottom of Group F behind Romania, Ireland and Poland. That is poor. Anyhow, back to our players. Curtis Thorpe is at Southampton still. Been there for 3 seasons now and had a couple of good seasons. Played a lot of games this season. Hasn't broken into the England team yet though, despite all those under-21 caps. In fact, the only player of ours in there at the moment, I believe, is Mike Joshua, the striker. His Stula Rocha has now left Man City. 2 goals in 27 games for San Marino. 7 appearances last season for Fenerbahce after moving for 2 million, and this season 25 games. We'll have a quick look at San Marino actually, see if they've improved with those 2 extra players. They're still 208th in the world, which means they are there. They've got 12 points in the FIFA rankings. Obviously our 2 players are top of the list. We'll have a... Sorry, this video is going to be rather long. I keep going off topic. Have they won a game? They've drawn 2 games. 0-0 against Hong Kong and Andorra. They've actually managed to score goals occasionally. They beat Gibraltar 4-0. But other than that, I mean... Yeah. Never mind. Oh, look, they won 2-1 against Bonaire way back when. And they beat Gibraltar in another friendly. Moving swiftly on to Hadrian Prangiotto. He's now at Sampdoria. Obviously our most capped player on the game so far. He's going to end up with tons if he continues this way. 69 caps at the age of 23. Incredible. But he moved to Sampdoria and he's played a lot of games for them and played very well. Very good average ratings. And a few assists as well. Justin Segubo is at a Saudi Arabian team. Still, after leaving Al Ahly, he's moved to Al Hilal for a free. Had a good season but didn't play many games. And now has 4 goals in 32 games for Philippines. Here's our Norwegian fullback. Has 23 caps for Norway now. Has left Barcelona though for 2.4 million, go to Augsburg. Never really broke into the first team. Only played for the second team at Bayern Munich. But played in the first division helping Augsburg to a 8th place finish. Bayern Munich have dominated, but Stuttgart and Schalke have won the league in the last few seasons. Suraj Punia still only has 4 caps for Scotland, who he had them in the last episode, I think. Hasn't really developed, and has moved to Rangers for a free after never breaking into the Chelsea team. But he looks good. He's a good defensive midfielder, and hopefully we'll get a few more caps for Scotland soon. Here we have Bob the Builder, who has 6 goals in 18 caps for Albania, I believe, yes. And is at PSG, but he's in the reserve team. Has played for the first team. Played 9 games, in fact, this season for the first team. But mainly played in the reserves, getting 6 goals and 4 assists. Pipin Bombadil is at Benfica. Has 24 caps for Chile, which is that's a good record, that actually. Moved to 12.75 million from Espanyol after a good season with them last season. Let's just look at Spain. Barcelona won it for the first time in 4 seasons. So, a pretty dominant win as well. And in Portugal, Porto and Benfica obviously have been dominant and swapping places. Sporting finished 3rd 6 seasons in a row. Alberto Romanini is at Tottenham. 1 goal in 40 games with San Marino. Left Norwich. Never had a really good record with them, but played a lot of games and moved for 15.5 million, but was only played 15 times in total. A couple of goals, 4 assists if you look at the bottom here. Only 6 league games though. Jay Harris has moved to Everton. Only for 325k from Cardiff, eventually left them. Was on loan at Crewe in League 1 last season. Had a good season though, but that was in League 1. Needs to improve. Yeah, definitely needs to improve to everyone else's standard if he's going to have any chance of breaking into the England team. Mohamed Omar Kashuna has moved to Arsenal from PSG for 21 million. Never really broke into the team. Played a few games in the first team, mainly reserved team. Got 17 assists and 9 goals for PSG reserves last season. And this season, 22 appearances for Arsenal, 26 in total. 1 goal, 6 assists. Yeah, helping Arsenal finish 3rd. That's a lot of money they spent on him, so they must believe in him. And we have Frederick Danen, who's at 1860 Munich, or whatever you want to call it. Has 1 cap for Belgium, and left. Who did he leave? Bayern Munich, after being on loan to Granada, Celtic. Moving to 1860, playing in the 2nd division of Germany. 27 games, 6.8 average rating. This is me. I'm still at Chelsea. 1 player that's actually remained at Chelsea. And I've played a few games. Haven't broken into the England team yet. Last season managed to get 11 games under my belt in all competitions. This season, quite a few more. 25 in total. 2 goals, 2 assists. Not the best average rating, but I'm getting game time, and mainly off the bench, I know, but I'm hoping one day I can break into the England team after impressing for the under-21s. And my attributes are pretty decent, but we'll have to wait and see. I'm actually a better player than last time, although by this point I had broken into the England team. But hopefully I'll be more of a late bloomer as opposed to an early bloomer like last time. Dennis Terry is at PSG, but he's moving to Saint Etienne this season. He played in the reserves mainly. He went on loan to Bastia, and in the reserves played well, but needs first team football. PSG bought all these players and developed them. Look at that though, some of those attributes are brilliant. Mainly dead ball specialist, very good dribbler as well. Boss Rackley is at AC Milan, but is wanted by Inter and Sampdoria. Oh, where are we going? Looks good, that 20 long shot's just so appetising. But he moved for 4.2 million from Cagliari. He's played quite a few games, not the best average ratings, but he's getting game time in Italy. And we have Napoleone Nalaga. He's being transfer listed by request, and is leaving on a free transfer to Dnipro, no, he's not to Dnipro. He's at Dnipro, sorry. But he was playing in the second team mainly, despite playing lots of games in the first team. But maybe because he wanted to leave, maybe they stuck him in the reserves as a punishment. Anyways, had his best season average rating wise because he was playing in the reserves. 8 goals and 8 assists. Nicolas Lefrenz is still at Barcelona, and he's got 3 goals in 17 games for Denmark. Has finally got into the first team, but has only managed 6 games. A couple of goals though, so we'll have to see next season whether he is a regular in that team. It would be really good if we have a regular Barcelona player. He's not amazing. He's not got the best pace. He's got good dribbling, good technique, but overall his attributes are quite well rounded. So we'll have to see how he does next season at Barca. Jordan Cressy has 5 caps for England, despite probably playing less games than me. Yes, definitely playing less games than me. He's not played in the league at all for Chelsea, but he's got 5 caps for England, which is very strange why he's been picked. Maybe we've got a lack of left wingers, but I'm playing games and I've not played, whereas Jordan Cressy's not played any games for Chelsea, but has actually played games for England. But there you go. Matty Hodgson is no longer at Real Madrid, leaving for 2.2 million in the end to go to Rayo. And this season, 7 goals in all competitions in 21 games. James McTard, still at Norwich, and has played a few games but not many. Needs to improve, but he's playing games for China. 3 goals in 32 caps. Here we have Pippin, our little Spanish player. Well, he's not little, he's 189 centimetres tall. He's at Elche, leaving for a measly sum of 350k. It's a shame. Some of these players went to massive clubs and they just haven't developed quite how we expected them to. He's played well for this team, but yeah, I don't know what's going to happen. On the next series I will put everyone as -10 potential, which means we really should turn into, well, we have the potential to turn into a Messi or Ronaldo. Jeremy Kyle, still at Tottenham, hasn't played for England, hasn't played for Tottenham even, played a couple of cup games, but he's been left behind, which is a shame. His attributes look decent, but these players that just aren't getting any games aren't going to develop quite the same, which is a shame. Whoops, missed out. Tobin Fitsum is at Porto, and has played a few games for them in the first team, but not many. Needs to get more. When he has played, he's played well. Mike Joshua, 1 goal in 2 caps for England. It's good to see someone has scored for England. And it had moved to Arsenal for just over $500,000. Only played 4 games all season, a couple of goals though. So we'll need to improve to stay in that England team, I think. Chelsea just bought so many players and didn't play them. The only player they've played is me. Emma Gorosito is at Independiente. Has left Canada for free. And, well, he's moved to the Argentinian league. And played 25 games, 6 goals. But I like him. He looks really good, I think. And had a lot of caps for Argentina. Hasn't broken into the first team. It's pretty disappointing, seeing some of this. We've just not developed quite like we looked like we were going to be superstars going to these big teams, but they've wasted us. Be better off going to a mid-table Premiership team, I think. Work the spaces at Udinese, moving for 1.5 million. He's left Palermo and scored a few goals, 6 goals this season, 22 games. But he's playing well for India, and he's doing better than last time in terms of his club form. Well, Cathal Donnelly the FM guru, has left Man United after being on loan to various teams in the Championship. He moved to Villa for free to the Championship. Only managed 6 goals in 40 games, but has been promoted with Villa, so we'll have to see how he does in the Premiership next season. Has 4 Irish caps now. I think in the last series he had more by this point, so he's not developed as well either, which is a shame. Konrad Slomski, 2 goals in 8 games for Poland, is at CSK Moscow now, after moving for a free. A lot of players have moved on a free. From Stow, had a good season last season, 16 goals. He's done well, to be fair to him. He's last couple of seasons, 18 goals, 16 goals. This season, not so good, only 5 goals. Probably in a better division. And they finished second to Zenit. Wow, Chico's moved to Bayern Munich. 12 goals in 35 games for Hungary. That's pretty good. Finishing of 19. Moved for 9 million from Dortmund. Oh dear, why do they always buy the... that is a shame, actually. Went on loan to Gladbach, but I guess it's Dortmund's own fault for not playing him. But he's moved to Bayern Munich for 9 million. Managed to get 11 games under his belt. 4 goals and an assist. He's still got a chance to improve, I think. If he can improve his composure and off the ball, then I think he'll be a cracking striker. James Messi, 2 caps for England. He's moved to Chelsea for 32 million from PSG, who just obviously once again didn't play him. Even on loan at Lille he didn't play, but he only played 4 games and 1 goal this season. But they bought him for £32 million. They obviously have faith in him that he's going to turn into Lionel Messi. But we'll have to see. Nearly at the end. Here's Stephen McWhitecastle III, has 7 caps for Scotland. At Norwich now, moved for 3.7 million from Fulham. And he played a couple of games last season for Fulham. And this season, 9 goals in 26 games in all competitions. Not too bad. Still a lot of room for improvement. And lastly, Indrit Berisha, who has 11 goals in 20 games for Albania. That is good. And is at Juventus. That is very good. Moving for 4.2 million. He's co-owned by Bologna still, I assume. Wait, we'll have to check this. Juventus and Bologna, yeah. And this season played 27 games, 11 goals in all competitions. That's not bad for Juventus. And also helped them win the league. So, we have some hope. There are some good signs. There are players that can turn into superstars, I think. A lot of these players will just become mid-table teams for the top divisions, and some will just stay in sort of the second division of countries. But yeah, thank you for watching. Hopefully in the next episode, when we're 25 years old, we will have improved and got some more international caps and started scoring a few more goals. But yeah, thank you for watching. Please leave a like and a comment as well if you fancy that, if Google Plus allows you to. And I'll see you in the next episode.